Because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. All right, I got weird, like mic's not working. I got echo somewhere. Hang on.
Phantom looks set for double-digit gains following retest of key support level.
I think I got it.
Phantom looks set for double-digit gains following retest of key support level.
All right, I got to figure out. I got an echo somewhere. All right, I think I got it. I get it. I got it. I know it's good. My rhymes are tight. You wish you could. All right, good morning, everybody. Yeah, we got a lot going on today in the world. My phone goes quiet until I start live streaming. All right, sorry. All right, so anywho, this is the squawk that I've developed. That wasn't me actually speaking. That was my cologne, Little Wayne. Not Little Wayne. I think that's a copyright. But Little Wayne reads the news. Not all day, just during the New York session. Anyway, so I got this squawk. I got music going on in the background somewhere too, huh? There we go. And so I'm setting it all up so that I can give it to you for free. How cool is that? So we got live news here, and you can see we got jolts coming up in 35 minutes. Very, very cool. We have live news stream that is read to you through a staff of news desks stationed around the world. In Asia, and in Europe, and here in America. And then over here is real-time chart pattern. Okay. So this came out 25 minutes ago, euro dollar, potentially breaking to the downside. Ooh la la. Okay, ooh la la. Very cool, right? And these are the prices down here. And you can see my oh my WTI. Big old bloodbath, huh? So we'll see what's going to happen with it. So it's kind of nice, right? It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. It's quite pretty. Neat, right? So that's all brought to you by traders.com. Yeah, radars for traders. We have fundamental radars, technical radars, scalping radars, and we have performance coaching. A lot of performance coaching. A lot. 5-6 hours a day. Huh? Not so bad, huh? Not so bad. So when you put together sound fundamental rationale for making trades, and you're using quality technical analysis to enter and exit those trades, you got the real deal. The next thing that you're going to need is some trade execution. Okay? And for that, you really need an ECN with straight-through processing. If you don't have straight-through processing, it's stupid. Yeah. In my humble opinion. See, if you say my humble opinion, you can say anything you want. But anyways. Okay? Cool. So anyways, execution.
Eurozone and UK monetary policy outlook.
All right, my squawk is talking behind me. All right, anywho. Just quickly, like I've already done this, I've already spent an hour going through all the fundamentals. And so we see yields going up, oil rebounding, gold still trying to go up, S&P 500 still trying to go up, dollar still trying to go up, and Bitcoin on a tear. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at Bitcoin. Now, I showed this earlier. Might as well show it again. So Bitcoin has a score of an 8. If you go back in time and we pull up Bitcoin, okay, this will show you the score that Bitcoin has over at traders.com. So back on the 2nd of October, we see before in September, Bitcoin was scored negative. So traders.com was negative based on quantitative analysis of macroeconomic data. It was bearish on Bitcoin, just slightly. Then it went neutral, and then on the 2nd of October, it got a score of 1, and then a score of 1, and then a 4, then a 3, then a 6, then a 6, then a 6, then a 5, then a 6, and then a 9, and a 9, and an 8, and a 9, and a 9, and a... Oh my God. And to get to these scores, of course, you have to look at interest rate differentials. You have to look at jobs, inflation, productivity, technical trends, seasonality, retail positioning, institutional positioning, and get a score. And, oh yeah. Yeah, right? You got to know these things. But to know these things, you need to know the fundamentals. Okay, so then when you have fundamentals behind you, then you can go to your crypto radars. So these are all technical radars specifically for crypto. And you can look at longer term Bitcoin and to the up, that whole period of time. So we have a big rally today. That's not a good opportunity. Okay, you want to buy low. It came down a little bit. So let me pull this up for you. And you can see, like, if you're trading the channel, because remember, these are just patterns. They're not predictions. Okay, that's the pattern, right? Using the channel. Someone else is using some price action on this. And the way that they looked at it is they looked at it as a rule reversal. And so what they did is up, 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 down, down, buy. So now that it's up at 71, it's a little elevated in price. Huh? Who buys high? Bulls, bears, or bats? Bulls, bears, or bats? Bats. Yep. I don't know about you. I'd rather be a bull or a bear than a bat any day of the week. Was that right, Lucas? That's interesting. I was running it, but I was actually outside. Yeah. So I don't think I was farting around, but maybe you heard the squawk behind me and then it squawked here. And so you heard both maybe. I thought I had turned the, muted the mic, but maybe I didn't. Okay, so anyways, you see how all of this works? You organize your thoughts fundamentally, and then you go to your radar, technical radars, and allow them to look at all 7,500 charts, narrow it down to Bitcoin, and then say you only are looking for up opportunities. And so, like, you can organize your thoughts like this, right? And you're like, these are the things you're bullish on. So right here's your Bitcoin on an 8. So you're like, cool. So these are the things you're interested in buying. Okay, you want to buy dips. And then if you organize this by score, here's all the things. So you wake up in the morning, you're like, gee whiz, I want to sell euro dollar, pound dollar, right? Oops. Right? You see? So you create your hit list, and then you go to your technicals, and then you're like, oh, look, euro dollar breaking down on an hourly and 30-minute chart. Cool. So if you can get below, so let's pop this up. How do you do this trade? Do you sell now? No, not really.
Stock set to open marginally lower.
Okay. So you want to look for, oops, let's make that black. Come on now. Boom. Okay. You want to look at this and you want to look at this. And it's an if-then statement still. Okay. This is not a great opportunity. Not yet. But if it drops down to 107.5, then you can sell the rip back to the 108 area and take it down. Downtown. Okay, you see? Hallelujah. 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 Yeah, that's good, right? So now you have automation working for you. Now, what about all the other trades? Not interesting to you. You got to have fundamentals first. Cool, right? I know. How about this Aussie dollar? Are you bullish or bearish? Probably bearish. Okay. Yeah. So how do you predict the future? Lower low. Let's do this in black, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So it rose for hours. What do you think? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Really? Okay, you let it rise. You're a bear, so you want it to rise. You look at roll reversals. Okay, you look at channels. And you had an opportunity here, 65 and change, 65.75, to take it down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. How does this make you feel emotionally? It's good, right? Yeah, it's great. It's really cool, isn't it? Or you can just burn through a bunch of charts randomly and random pick trades. Just randomly throw some trades down and see what sticks. Okay, triangle breakouts are not as good as falling wedges.
Yen strives to break above 166 Mausers as yen weakens ahead of BOJ policy.
BOJ.
Euro yen strives to break above 166 Mausers as yen weakens ahead of BOJ policy.
I forgot how to pronounce BOJ, but BOJ is good. Yes. Yes, the Fed is likely to reduce. Yeah, more than likely. They're going to by the end of the year, yes. So what has changed? Nothing's changed except, okay, you ready for this? So they cut by 50 basis points. And then at the press conference, Jay Powell said in the English language that they're not going to cut by 50 basis points again. They also, if you read the Summary of Economic Projections, which was released at that meeting, they also said they're not going to cut by 50 basis points again. Okay, Caitlin? So, what do you think the market priced in as the next move by the Fed? 25? I should say 0, 25, or 50. What did the market price in? Again, very clearly, Jay Powell said at the press conference, do not expect us to cut by 50 basis points. So, because even institutional investors seem to be stupid, they priced in 50. Tells me they didn't even watch the press conference, nor did they read the summary of economic projections. They just guessed. These are the institutional investors, by the way, the smart money. But if they had done the work, they knew that was nearly impossible. So anyways, when that happened, that's how they actually invested their money, Caitlin. Okay? And then some time went by and they realized, oh, snap, that ain't going to happen. So now it's focused on this. Which means not the Fed, but the market has raised interest rates by 25 basis points from where they had priced it in earlier. It's the same as raising. It's the market. It's the open market. Yields have gone up. That's what it costs now. Interest rates have gone up.
Gives back gains after strong start due to market risk on.
Now some people think the Fed's not going to cut at this meeting at all. So they're raising interest rates again. Now, the other side of this is not just the next cut, because really people don't care that much. What is the neutral rate? Okay. So to make the math easier, let's just say to get the neutral rate, you take the CPI in the future or now, okay, and you add 1% to that. Okay? All right. So if CPI is 2, then the Fed will cut interest rates all the way to 3%. So you could say the neutral rate is about 2%. Now, some people are like, ooh, this may not actually be the case. This might actually change. Maybe the neutral rate is really 3.5. Maybe the neutral rate is actually 4. And if they're swinging their opinions this way from 3 to 3.5 to 4, then that's another way of the market raising interest rates or yields. They are different, but they're related. By 100 basis points. So it depends on what you're arguing. The next meeting, right? The next cut, or when the Fed is going to stop. The third one is the rate of change. Are we going to get to 4% in 6 months, 3 months, 8 months, 12 months? Okay. So these are all the debates going on. Okay, Caitlin? Just keeping my eyes on the news here. 18 minutes. Okay. Cool. So we're bearish on pound dollar, euro dollar, all that kind of stuff. So you can just filter through all this. Okay. I like looking at yens. That's probably my favorite. But you can see we had quite a drop on euro dollar. At some point, this pattern is assuming that there will be some sort of pullback. Now, it's not looking at pivot points and stuff. It's just looking at the rate of change. After a 3% drop, bears take some profit. Now, if you found there was a monthly pivot point here, even more likely. So Richard says, so if you look at GDP as well, which is another way of looking at it, either productivity or inflation, or inflation, productivity minus inflation. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Maybe 5% is closer to the neutral rate. And I'm like, yeah, actually, yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that. And if you thought that that was closer, like maybe the Fed only cuts 2 or 3 more times and then stops, forget about 6 or 7 or 8 more cuts. Let's say they only cut 2 more times and they're done. Well, that would create massive dollar strength because you have to take out the cuts you've already put in. You see? So we've had some pretty big moves here on these dollar pairs, of course. Okay. Okay, these are all zones that you might want to look for re-entry. This one's tougher, right? Because it's getting through that. That one's tougher, not as clear. What is clear is dollar strong, yo. Okay. Let's go to the charts. ASX, little capitulation. Now we're at prices that are getting interesting. It doesn't look good on a 1 hour because you're like, oh, dude, that's a lower low. Yeah, it is. But you probably want to look at it from a higher time frame. And, yeah, it could get interesting. We did this 12 hours ago. Okay, what do you think? Is that an opportunity? Well, you'd have to be a bull. Okay, so you can do things like insert, indicators, custom, price action, pivot points, baby. Okay, that's a long term down. Bears are going to see that. Watch this. You ready? Not random. So it just comes to like where you, if you're a bear, you're sitting up here, and if a bull, you're sitting down there. And this is kind of where you get your Gartleys. So what are you, long-term bear or long-term bull? Look at this price right here. You see, this is where we are right now, that line. No. Okay. So maybe on the daily you're a bull and you're like, oh yeah, I want to buy here. Well, on a 4 hour, it's a bear. Well, yeah, that's what happens. Don't get confused. Like, I'm so confused, it says both. Uh-huh. Okay. So, up, down, up. Okay. And this is what you have to be basing all your trading on is your predictions for the future. Okay. So you kind of had an opportunity a few days ago, and now we hit that zone. So now imagine this on a smaller time frame. It's done this. And now you're wondering if it can continue. Yeah, well, that's how a bull thinks. Yeah. But without bias, you're just a paper bag blowing in the wind. Never knowing who to cling to when the rain sets in. Is that what you want? Then it's all set up for you. Okay? If you're a bear, you're kind of 4 hours late, but whatever. Whatever. But you have to have malice aforethought, right? Premeditated trade plans.
Mixed signals in U.S. stocks as healthcare rises and tech wobbles. Mixed signals in U.S. stocks as healthcare rises and tech wobbles.
Just checking the time here. 10 minutes to jolts. So I already covered the pre-news analysis during our fundamentals session. So you're welcome to join traders.com and join our our morning fundamental analysis. I mean, we went over jolts in great detail. With great detail and furious anger. Don Pablo says, you said we must expect dollar weakness at the end of October. Yep, that's true. Now, why would I say that, Don Pablo? Yeah, well, and more specifically, that's what I have observed on election years in the past. Okay? I also said the beginning of October would bring dollar strength. So let's focus on that. So Don Pablo, in your opinion, was the U.S. dollar strong at the beginning of October?
Ruling party to stay in power in Canada's Saskatchewan.
Copper prices vulnerable to downside, BCA.
Copper vulnerable. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now we have to see if the other part comes true. But again, it's not that I have a crystal ball. I just remember what's happened in the past. So if my brain is a crystal ball, then good. Good. Yeah. Good. All right. So let's move over to yens. Let's do some yens. Okay, kitty cat just riding our, see, I have it here. Just riding up. Just riding up. It's okay. Everything's okay. Down, 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 down. Maybe it'll do some up. Very cool. Welcome back to the game, Kenyatta. And Aussie, terribly disappointing, huh? It just fallen back into the apex. It's maybe riding over here. Like, I wouldn't give up on this. Okay, I would not give on this. I guess we should probably update this as the new top. It's got to get there. But it's not out of play, right? Okay, we're riding the moving averages, Bubba. It's okay. Okay, you can catch this. Don't think bad things. Never gonna get it, 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 gonna get it. Don't worry, you're gonna be able to get it, but you want to kick it off these moving averages. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, but it's not an Aussie play, Richard. It's a yen play. Okay? Kind of like this one. This one's Kiwi. Kiwi's not great. Good. It's not moving. But it's still the technical pattern, and yen is still the seasonal play. Yeah, no, I know you know. I know you know. And you know that I know that you know. All right. Cool. What are we going to do here, Bubba? Kick it off the moving average, maybe? I'd love to see some downside, but since this is all part of our front run, okay, here's the third week of October. Okay, it's rallying, guys. And we could be here in an out of position type trade going into the election, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, out, oh, right? Out of position. Okay. And then,
Data due out at the top of the hour.
okay. You know what I'm talking about? We have 5 minutes to jolts.
Data due out at the top of the hour.
Oh, thank you. I said it, and then my assistant said it. 4 minutes. 4 minutes to the jolts. Are you guys excited? Now, I've already analyzed this. As I said before, we spent time this morning going through all the historic details for jolts, not just the headline number, but the patterns inside the volatility. And there's something very, very, very surprising about the likely outcome. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. Yeah, you should have been there this morning, 7 a.m. We were going through this. But there's something very surprising. Whether it comes out greater than or less than expected, it's kind of interesting. The pattern of what this news event produces is very unusual. Yeah, Richard's right. This is the kickoff. Tomorrow's ADP. Thursday's weekly claims. Friday, non-farm payrolls. Boom, 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 boom. Also, I think we have 40 companies reporting today, huh? Yeah. Very interesting day. So what do you guys think? Let's talk about this. Greater than 8 million or less than 8 million? Please type in what you think. Richard said Ford did pretty good. Isn't it down 8% because people were disappointed? Okay, more or less, everybody. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. More or less. More or less. More or less than 8. When we get to 1 minute, I'll tell you what I'm going to guess. Ba, 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 ba. Anybody else? Come on, more or less? Okay, I think it's going to be more than 8 million. Okay. How to determine? Well, I did it this morning. I went through all the history. I went through the averages. I went back like 10 years of looking at JOLTS data as an example. Also, you can look at previous NFPs, and this can actually be a predictor of the next NFP. And I have opinions on money supply. I have opinions on productivity. I have just all kinds of things, right? That's how you determine it. So look at this. Oh, we're flashing 51 seconds, everybody. That's all factored into the math, Richard. It's seasonally adjusted. 37 seconds. Who's excited? Epic, epic, epic. Thirteen, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Oh, way less. Way less. Whoa. Holy schnicker. Okay. That should weaken the buck. Yeah. So what do you want to do, huh? All I want to do is a zoom. So let me show you. Probably weaken the dollar. Let it catch up. Hang on. Don't freak out yet. Oh, is it strengthening? Oh, okay, the reverse psychology is what's happening here. People are worried that we're going into recession. It's so bad. It's such a miss that the good news is bad news. I think people just want the dollar to get strong, huh? Wow, that's interesting. I would have thought the other way. Yeah, dollar's killing it on this. So I guess the logic of the trade is that we are going into recession. Hard landing is back in the narrative, huh? Whatever. Everyone's frightened all the time, huh? Anyways, let's take a look at how this might fit into the scalping tool.
Job openings declined to 7.4.
Oh, did it flip? Is that what it is? It's just lagging?
99 million expected.
United States JOLTS job openings below forecasts, 799 me in September, actual 744 Senate.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah.
breaking U.S. JOLTS. Job openings declined to 7.44 million in September versus 799 million expected.
United States JOLTS job openings below forecasts, 799 million in September, actual 7,443 Senate.
Cool, right? It's great to have this news squawk, isn't it?
U.S. JOLTS job openings, 7.443 M versus 8,000 M estimate.
U.S. JOLTS job openings, 7.443 M versus 8,000 M estimate.
Ooh, look at the silver trade was beautiful. Look at that. Off the implied volatility. Take a look at Bitcoin. Oh, come on. I'm trying to get to Bitcoin. There we go. Didn't even come back for that. Bitcoin coming up to the 4-hour implied high, which I think is also the all-time high, huh? Where are we on crude? Right into the implied high and straight down. If it can come down a little closer to, what is it, 67 and a half? 67, huh? Let's see, between 66.97 and 68. So as we get closer to the 67, it would act as support, the implied 4-hour low. Could go low as 66 and a half, but probably not today. Cool. Interesting. How about a little pig dog? Okay. Pig dog. I don't like the lack of direction, but it did bounce off the 1-hour implied low. Not that great. Cool. And so, by the way, and going back to Don Pablo's question, like I expect U.S. dollar weakness at the end of October. This might be the event that has created it. Okay? This might be it. Now, I might be overstating it quite a bit, but what I'm emphasizing is the might be. So now we've been here for a week and a half, and we've tripled top on dollar strength. Remember, this is the dollar versus everything. This is an index that I created. So it'd be interesting if the next one is a lower low, lower high over the next week or two. Yeah. That might be it. Okay, Fed's going to cut, baby. That's what's being played out here. Okay. Oh yeah, consumer confidence. The problem with that is I don't care. I just don't care about consumer confidence. But I mean, we can look at that data. We have it all here. Well, maybe I don't. No. I know it's on the calendar, but I just don't even care. So it's not even considered a high priority on the calendar. 10 hours, 23 minutes until Australia CPI tonight. Cool, right? Everybody having fun? Look at this peso. 3-drive emerging pattern. And I just pulled up peso. All right. So does this pattern mean up or down by the end of the day? Up or down, everybody? Up or down? How about a question mark? If you don't know, take a look at the
US JOLTS
description below the video where you can download the chart pattern flashcards.
versus 7.9 million expected.
Breaking US JOLTS. Job openings fall to 7.44 million in September versus 7.9 million expected.
Okay, X to A to B, B to C, C to pink dot, and then down. Okay, so once again, it's in the flashcards. Okay, let me show you. The link is in the description below. That's what it looks like. Okay. Get in on it. I spent a fair amount of time doing this for you. It's in the description below the video. I guess I can just post it here for you. Okay, you got to know these things.
Kiwi dollar, US dollar price forecast falling in possible C wave of bearish pattern. Kiwi dollar, US dollar price forecast falling in possible C wave of bearish pattern.
Elliott wave. Whatever. Kiwi dollar, huh? Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba, da, da, ba, ba. C wave. Yeah, how about like massive, crazy support wave? Hey, I see your wave, huh? I got your wave right here, huh? Yeah, C wave. Anyways, we're getting pretty gosh darn close to support. Smells like somebody's trying to do a trend trade inside of a range market. Oh, they might be surprised. So let's take a look at like a bigger pair like Euro Buck and take a look at all of that. Here's our Euro Dollar. Okay. And some people might expect us to get down to annual M2. Since our top is annual M3, the bottom on a super inside year would be M2. But let's change the template over to monthly. And yeah, we are stuck at support 3. And that's usually when I walk away from the market. Oh, but it's falling further, Wayne. I don't give a damn. Okay. So it's interesting. I would love to end October around this 108 area and start to climb towards 109. And then, as Don Pablo pointed out, that's what I predicted in January. And I even said beginning the 3rd week of October. So if it happened the 4th week, yeah, well, cry me a river. But if you look at it, the actual low is the 3rd week. So now if we could hold on for dear life and use this 107.75 as a bounce zone and start working our way up, then I'd have to claim victory.
When does 8.7 versus 99.5
We're not there yet.
U.S. October consumer confidence, wonders 8.7 versus 99.5 expected.
So there's that con. I think Richard was talking about it. Yeah, consumer confidence up a little bit. So that just came in 108.7 versus 99. So that's up quite a bit. Okay, I think this USD Mexican peso chart is going to update in the next minute or two. So apparently I get to pick up my car today. I probably made a grave mistake. I bought a bespoke European car and the fuel pump went. Nobody knew how to fix it. The parts didn't match up. There's no schematics. The mechanic couldn't figure it out, so they called the U.S. representative for this European car company. And they're like, you have what? And he explained the car, and he's like, I've never seen a car like that. The dealership nearby also had never seen a car like this before. Now there's a mechanical problem. It's an easy fix. And the dealer's never seen one. The mechanics at the dealership haven't seen one. My mechanic that only works on European cars has never seen one. They contact the nationwide, like national level of the mechanics, and they've never seen a car like this. So they had to call Germany, and they get the parts shipped out from Germany, but it still doesn't fit or work. They didn't even know how to remove the back seats. And so now the USA dealership is now had talked to the German headquarters while working with my mechanic, and the three of them figured it out. So a very simple job that takes 2 hours has been almost a month, because there's no schematics, there's no blueprints, there's no process. No one's ever seen this car before. It was all bespoke, custom made, and there's no procedure. There wasn't even, how do you hook the electrical harness up to the fuel pump to power it? Nobody knew how to do it. We didn't even know how to take the back seat out. There's no procedure for it. They're like, dude, no one's seen it. Isn't that strange? So I'm so dumb. My wife is so mad at me for buying all these stupid rare cars. I think I'm going to get a Hyundai next. Kia. I'm going to get a Kia. Something breaks, go to AutoZone. Yeah. So anyways, I'm excited to maybe get my car back. I haven't seen it for a month. I've only owned it for 6 weeks. Yeah. So anyways, very exciting day. What a nightmare, huh? Okay, just waiting for this. I thought this was going to update. I guess it's not going to update on us, huh? All right. Maybe there isn't anything new. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's told to update every 15 minutes, but if there's nothing to update, then it won't update. It's like, no, this is still, a decent pattern. And I actually don't mind that, taking peso down is actually lovely. I'm a big, big, big fan of Mexico. Like, I'd like to start investing into like commercial real estate in Mexico. And then I'm going to start a gang of yuppies, old yuppies. And we're going to have motorcycle jackets. We're going to ride motorcycles. And we're going to look really tough. Yeah. And we're going to wear sweater vests. Yeah. So anyways, look at this. Like, I'm telling you, look at this. I'm telling you. I'm very interested in this trade. Is that right, Jim? A 1966 tractor. Yeah, I looked at I was at the Concours d'Elegance in Amelia Island, and my son and I found a Lamborghini tractor that was going up for auction, and we're like, oh, I don't have that kind of land. I have 2 acres. And part of it is a ravine/waterfall, so like it's sloped. Like, I don't have a place for a tractor. I wish I did. Like, oh my God, I'd get a yellow Lamborghini tractor. Can you imagine? But yeah, I imagine an older one. But like in rural America, those older tractors, they're everywhere, right? So it seems like you could probably get used parts or aftermarket parts, but are there blueprints on how to do things? Probably not, huh? Yeah. But that's really cool. I think having an old tractor is cool. I would definitely be into that, right? A Sears Suburban. Interesting. So a suburban tractor. You mean like a ride-along lawnmower? I had, quote-unquote, a tractor, a True-Built, and it was technically a tractor because it had like 5 horsepower or something. And they're like, that's a tractor. But I wouldn't call it a tractor. Yeah, well, that's interesting. I'd probably get it an old John Deere. Yeah, I think they're cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Like, that's legit. Maybe my Troy Built was more than that, but it was just enough where it wasn't considered a lawn mower. But I had cool attachments. You could. It had triple blades, for example. Triple deck. So anyways, guys, look at this. This could get really lovely. I really like the potential of this. And like I said, to the point where I think the assembly and manufacturing industry in Mexico, in certain regions close to the border, could double. Like, I'd like to buy empty land near industrial facilities and just give it to my children and say, hey, when I'm long and gone, this land in Mexico is going to be, there's going to be a factory sitting on it. Collect rent forever. Yeah, the peso is going to get strong, I think. Okay.
Euro US dollar finds support, but remains inside woods after weak US job openings data.
Caught in here on the rand. It's not as good, obviously, but it has worked. Let me go out to daily. When you drag this across, it's not a bad setup. It just hasn't happened yet. Okay. The start of the year was M3. Therefore, our target is still way down here. Okay, we have a long ways to go to the downside for this rand. We're just waiting for dollar to weaken again. I also think that could be a good one. That one could work out really nice. I'm kind of happy about these exotics. What do you think? Could we sit on one of these trades for a year? What do you think? Would you even consider it? Yeah. Yeah, me too. Kind of like holding real estate in Mexico, but without all the hassles. Converting your money, getting permits, dealing with the locals, good, bad, and ugly. All of that is just cost, right? Or why don't you just let everyone else do all that? Let all the American companies move their manufacturing facilities from China to Mexico. They'll build the factories, they'll buy the land, they'll do all that, but they just need to buy peso. So why don't you just own the peso? Let them push up the value of the peso. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I like about money. It's like owning real estate without all the hassle. It's like running a restaurant without all the hassle. Just own the money. Lots of income produced by holding these exotics. Yeah, I'm definitely into that. I think next year is going to be a mediocre year in the stock market. And I think a lot of people are going to be hunting for yield. Look at the no diggity, no Dow. Nice little recovery here. Here's our S&P. And what did it do? Kick off the 21. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, we just kicked off the weekly bullish zone. Let me drop into a smaller time frame. What is the weekly bullish buy zone? This is it. That's where bulls buy if they live here. What's the target? Up, up, way up. Yeah, red zone, man. So they're definitely in play here. I have it all planned out here. Fuck, man. Yeah, that's not necessarily going to last forever, that URL. We have a sort of, I guess that's a production feed. We have a testing feed that we're working on. And then at some point, there'll be some sort of rollout. Yeah. All right. So I guess I got to go. It's 10:30. I'm so hungry. I think I'm going to faint. I'm already coffeeed out. I've had nine coffees, 2 energy drinks. Definitely a long day already. So later today at traders.com, under the performance coaching section, I did my hour of power this morning. Then I just did an hour here on the live stream. And now in 1 hour, there's price action trading with David Pegler, then scalping with Jessica. And then this afternoon, the week on the street with me at 4. So there was performance coaching at 7. And then here at 9. And then here at 11:30. And then here at 1, and then here at 4. That's just today. Tomorrow we'll do the fundamentals again. I will be doing that event from Chicago, Illinois. And I should be able to do my YouTube live stream. I've been working on my laptop in the last couple of travels. For some reason, YouTube wouldn't let me stream. It's just really strange. It seems like it should work now, so I'm looking forward to that. So you'll have here, and then that's it. Thursday, I'm not going to be able to do the fundamentals. I'm not going to be able to do the YouTube live stream. But I will be home, okay? So after that, Brian doing crypto, and then after him, I come online at 4 to do the swing trading group. So, busy, lemon squizzy. I don't know if that's a real saying or not.
Atlanta Fed final Q3 GDP now estimated
So,
2.8% versus
if you'd like me to run the squawk the rest of the day on this machine, I can do that. That'll be over at thetraders.com. Or actually, I guess it'd be, let me type it out. http://www.youtube.com/@TRADARS. Okay. I'll run it over there for a while. I got a lot of work to do, but I won't be working here. I'll either be at my trading desk or I'll be on a different desk, but I can run it on this machine. And if you could visit, that'd be great. The way you use it is just run it in the background. And you can also pop it if you want. Does anyone use the popping tool? It's a pretty cool trick. Yeah. All right, so I'll end here. And I'll zip over and I'll get this all loaded up for you. And I may pop in and out. I also run this on my phone. So while I'm outside working, here's another trader hack. I run the live stream on my phone on the YouTube app. Therefore, I can close my phone. So my phone is off, but I could hear the news being read to me as I'm working. Oh, what? Yeah, shut the back door. That is smoking hot. Love it. So anyways, I'll see you later. Don't forget, David Pegler in an hour. Yeah. Traders.com. I will see you soon. Have a wonderful trading day. Please click the thumbs up button. Right? Appreciate that. Cheers.